Look, I need you to be brutally honest with yourself for a second. You're scrolling through retirement calculators at 2 a.m. You've got maybe $100,000 saved up, and you're wondering if you're completely screwed or if there's actually a way to make this work. Because every financial guru out there is telling you that you need $2 million to retire, and you're sitting there thinking, well, I guess I'm working until I'm 80. My name is Takshura, and I spend way too much time thinking about whether traditional retirement advice is actually setting people up to fail. If you're someone who's behind on retirement savings, feels like you'll never catch up, or you're just tired of being told you need some impossible number to stop working, make sure to hit that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up if this helps you out. Here's the thing, can you retire with $100,000? The answer is yes, but probably not in the way you think. And before you click away thinking this is going to be some unrealistic advice about moving to Thailand or living in a van, just hear me out. Because what I'm about to show you is going to completely change how you think about retirement. The median retirement savings for Americans aged 56 to 61 is about $120,000, according to the Federal Reserve Survey of Consumer Finances. So if you've got $100,000 saved, you're not some outlier failure, you're literally average. But here's what most people don't realize. The entire retirement industry has been selling you a narrative that doesn't match reality. Let's do some math that's actually honest. The traditional advice says you can withdraw 4% per year from your retirement savings. So with $100,000, that's $4,000 per year. That's $333 per month. You can't live on that. I know it, you know it, everyone knows it. But, and this is where it gets really interesting, that calculation assumes you're not receiving Social Security, you have zero other income sources, and you're planning to leave a massive inheritance. Most financial advisors are planning for you like you're wealthy, even when you're not. Here's the reality. The average Social Security benefit in 2025 is about $1,907 per month. That's $22,884 per year. Now add your $4,000 from investments. You're at $26,884 per year, or about $2,240 per month. Still not great, but we're not done. Now you might be thinking, Takshura, that's still not enough to live the retirement I want. And you're right. But here's the psychological shift that changes everything. Retirement isn't an on-off switch. It's not I work 40 hours a week and then suddenly I do nothing and live off savings. This is what most people don't realize. The question isn't, can I retire with $100,000? The real question is, how do I design a life where I'm not dependent on a job I hate, even if I still need some income? Look, a 2023 study from the Transamerica Center for Retirement Studies found that 54% of workers plan to work in retirement, either part-time or through freelancing. Not because they're failures, but because they're redefining what retirement actually means. Here's what actually works with $100,000. Tier 1, reduce your fixed expenses dramatically. The average American household spends about $6,081 per month according to the Bureau of Labor Statistics. But retirees, they spend about $4,345. Why? Because they're not commuting, buying work clothes, or stress spending during lunch breaks. But you can go further. Let's say you relocate to a lower cost of living area, not another country, just a different state or a smaller city. Housing costs alone could drop from $2,000 a month to $1,000. Your property taxes in Texas or Florida, way less than New York or California. Suddenly, that $2,240 per month goes a lot further when you only need $2,000 to live comfortably. Tier 2, create semi-passive income. This is where people get it wrong. They think income means job, but with $100,000, you can allocate maybe $20,000 to income-generating assets that aren't just stocks. I'm talking about a rental property bought with a mortgage in a cash-flowing market, or dividend-focused investments that pay monthly income, or even a small online business you can run in 10 hours per week. Here's a real example. You put $20,000 into dividend stocks yielding 7%. That's an extra $1,400 per year or $116 per month. Not life-changing alone, but stacked with everything else, it matters. Tier 3, part-time work you don't hate. And here's the thing nobody wants to hear but needs to. Working 15 to 20 hours per week doing something you actually enjoy completely changes the math. That could be consulting in your field for $50 hour, which is just $3,000, $4,000 per month. Or it could be working part-time at a bookstore because you actually like it. When you add $1,500 per month from part-time work to your $2,240 from Social Security and investments, you're now at $3,740 per month. In a low cost of living area, that's a comfortable life. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. Retiring with $100,000 means making trade-offs. You're probably not taking European vacations every year. You're not driving a new car. You're not living in Manhattan. But here's what you are doing. You're escaping the soul-crushing grind of working a job you hate for another 15 years, hoping to hit some arbitrary number. The uncomfortable truth is that most people will never save $2 million. The average person dies with about $72,000 in assets, according to data from the Federal Reserve. So if you're waiting until you hit the perfect number, you might literally work yourself to death. If you're sitting on $100,000 or anywhere close to it, here's what you do. First, run your actual numbers. What's your current spending? Be honest. Most people think they spend $4,000 a month and actually spend $6,000. Second, calculate your Social Security benefit using the SSA calculator online. That's your foundation. Third, identify what you could do for 10 to 20 hours per week that wouldn't feel like work. And if you say nothing, you're lying to yourself. There's something. Fourth, look at where you could live comfortably on 30-40% less than you currently spend. And yes, this might mean moving. I know that's hard, but being broke in an expensive city is harder. Can you retire with $100,000? The honest answer is not in the traditional sense. But you can absolutely build a life where you're not enslaved to a paycheck, where you have freedom over your time, and where you're not stressed about money every single day. That might not be the retirement you imagined, but it's way better than working until you're 75 because you are chasing some impossible number. The choice is yours. Keep believing the narrative that you're not enough, or start building something that actually works for you with what you have. Let me know in the comments what your plan is, and if this helped you think differently about retirement, smash that like button and subscribe for more realistic money everything. You might know what to do now, but not how to move forward strategically. That's exactly why I made another video. It goes deep into the current economic setup, how it impacts your wealth building journey, and how to position yourself before it's too late. So don't waste time. Click on the video that's showing up right now on your screen and complete the blueprint to becoming a real success story.